welcome to our very first episode of Science Behind Decor. As we all know, interior design is a hype these days, from cafes, homes, restaurants, each having a design unique of its own. Here on our show, we decide to take things a step further by linking the fundamentals of science with how it impacts our surroundings and thus how it impacts the way we choose to decorate. Let's take this room for example. It gives us a sense of openness and creativity. But what about it gives us that? For that, we'll be bringing in our expert interior decorator, Mr. Shah. Hi Sham, thank you so much for joining us on our show.
Thank you for having me, Myra. I'm so excited.
And we are equally as excited to have you on board. So Sham, can you tell us how long you've been in this line for?
In this line, I have more or less 12 years. And I started from working with interior company and working with designers, something like that.
So can you tell us what an interior decorator does?
Interior decorator considered like final task of designing. Meaning that, for example, if you want to try to achieve one concept, so this is my job. Make sure that whatever they try to achieve, so I'm the one who's styling the area to make the area more complete and more beautiful.
So I heard that there are some elements involved when it comes to interior decorating.
Yeah, the 5 elements, meaning that same goes like if you want to cook, you must have the right ingredient. Same goes to when you want to do styling. You must have these 5 elements. When you have these 5 elements in your setting will look perfect, complete and beautiful. These 5 elements is glass, metal, ceramic, fabric and greenery. These 5 elements, if you have, so your setting will be complete.
So I've made an appointment with Datin Zinat and her family, and I was wondering if you were ready to go and explore her house.
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Datin Zinat, thank you so much for having us into your lovely home.
You're most welcome, and I'm so happy to have you both here today.
Well, we decided to bring in our interior decorator with us, and we were hoping to have a look around your house and maybe make a few changes here or there.
Wow, I'm so excited. Let's see what you have and what you are going to do to my house,
But Datin, before that, I have to ask you, you have such a lovely home. What inspired you to create your home in this manner?
Well, I love brown colors. I'm more into earthy colors, and I think brown color makes the house look more classic. So that's why my choice is always brown.
So Sham, do you have any opinions?
It's very true, Myra. That they have a very lovely house with the right furniture selection and the color. But we need a little bit here and there. We need to adjust. That's it. Hope you don't mind, Datin.
So Datin, you can go and have a rest now, and once we're done, we'll call you back. Now that Datin's taking a rest, I'm so excited to see how we're going to make changes to this living area. So what would you recommend?
Okay, if you can see now in living area, we need to move to that side to complement the artificial fireplace to make it complete the setting. And then I think these 2 chairs, maybe we need to remove to that corner to make it like more proportionate with that area.
So Sham, I know that Datin Zinat mentioned that she loves to use the color brown. What's your opinion on that?
Obviously, Myra, if you can see this living room, brown color. So we need break the brown, and we add some element to make sure that this area more inviting and more beautiful.
Are there any science elements that we can incorporate in this living area?
Of course, if you can see this area, brown, as we know, that represent hot and warm at the same time. So even we have artificial fireplace there, so we need to balance it with the 5 elements that I mentioned earlier: glass, metal, ceramic, fabric, and greenery. With these 5 elements, this area will be complete and more beautiful.
many beautiful accessories here, but do you think that there needs to be made any changes?
Of course, I agree with you. In this house, a lot of great accessories, beautiful accessories, but we need to put at the right place. For example, like that mirror, maybe we need to change, and then that corner, maybe we need to change a little bit to make it look better and more complete. By using that 5 element, I think it should be better.
So Sham, I've mentioned my favorite part of this living area, but what's yours from the moment that you walked through that door?
Of course, fireplace, because that one considered like a focal point for this living area. So I think we need to do something to enhance that feature wall to look more beautiful and more inviting using the accessories that we have here.
So what about that area, the one with the really big mirror? Is there anything that you would change about that?
Definitely we need to change because we need to break the mechi concept. If you can see it on top of the console, maybe we need to relocate or rearrange the accessories to make it look more beautiful or more better.
You know, Sham, I gotta say that this place, this part of the living room is just so warm and cozy. But I gotta ask you, do you think that there are any changes that we have to make here?
Of course, if you can see here, everything is brown. We can call it like monotonous color. So we need to change, we need to break the monotonous color here. If you can see, the feature wall is brown, the fireplace is brown, the furniture brown, and then the roller blind also look brown. So we need to break the brown to make this area more inviting and more beautiful by using the 5 element that I mentioned earlier.
So we've covered some key elements. We've talked about color, we've talked about accessories. What about space? Is there anything that you can add to this place?
In terms of space-wise, if we talk about this living area, I think we can divide into 2 areas. One is the living area, and the other side is maybe reading corner or coffee area. You know, when you read newspaper, you're having coffee. So we create that corner also because maybe sometimes you don't want to spend time outside, very hot, right? So you spend inside in the house. So that's why we can divide this living area into 2 areas.
So Sham, what do you think of this dry kitchen area?
Okay, for this dry kitchen area, normally prepare a small breakfast, maybe prepare your beverage or coffee, right? Talking about this setting, I think a bit too busy. So we need to do some changes for this area to make it look more interesting and more better.
What do you think of this place in terms of space-wise?
Everything is on point. If you can see, the walkway is very smooth. And then you have space to walk around. And then if you can see the fridge, microwave, oven on the right place. I think overall it's very nice and good.
You know, Sham, I know being Malaysian, family time is always most importantly done in the dining area. So what do you think of this dining area?
Overall, in terms of furniture selections here, it's very nice, but add on some accessories to make sure that the area look more complete and more beautiful. For example, like this centerpiece, while we're not using it, at least we put flower arrangement, or maybe table runner, or maybe we can put like beautiful vase here to accessorize this dining table. Okay, if you look at the console area, a little bit empty on top of the console, so at least we need to put some accessory on top of that to make that area look more better and more beautiful. Okay, to put mirror in dining area, actually to double up the space and to make sure that the space looks more wider and more spacious. That's why very practical if you put mirror in a dining area. Big vase there, so we need to add some accessories on top of it.
So Sham, what do you think of that sink area and the wall behind there?
The sink area, I think, is very practical for this room. Overall, this dining area, it's very okay, but we need to add some accessories to enhance this area look more beautiful and more welcoming.
Well, thank you, Sham. That's very informative. So now that we've seen all the rooms, are you ready for the makeover?
Definitely, I'm ready.
All right, then let's get to it.
Let's do it.
All right, Sham, so now that we're starting the makeover process, can you maybe tell us what you plan on changing in this dining room area?
Okay, first of all, Myra, I will start with this wall by removing all the wall art here to relieve the tension in this room. And then I will replace with something simple, not too busy for this dining area. And then I'm going to put a vase at the corner and then with a bamboo stick in it. Because in one area, we cannot have so much thing. Scientifically speaking also, saying that in specific area, you cannot have so much thing going on because it will disrupt your mind, especially for dining area, the place who you can spend time with your family, having a good conversation, so you cannot have so much thing to disrupt you. And then for the sink area, I think I put candle or some accessories on top of it. Okay, for dining table, so I will put maybe bowl or small vase on top of it. And then for console table area, I will use flower arrangement that we can take from living room area. I think they will be great, and then to minimize all the accessories inside this room. So for me, the environment that I try to achieve is peaceful environment for this area. I plan to make it less busy by removing all those bottles, and then on top this corner, I think I put tray and with coffee cup to make it look more interesting and more beautiful.
And how do you plan on utilizing the space in the living area?
Okay, Myra, if you see this living area is very huge, I mean a bit open, so I think I plan to divide into two areas. So I will bring that three-seater into the center of the living area, and then the two chairs I put at the corner to create like reading corner or hangout corner. Okay, the reason why I put that two chairs to that corner because we want to access direct light to serve the purpose.
So Datin, now that your house has a brand new makeover, how do you feel of the living, the dry kitchen and the dining area?
Oh, I really love the main area. Now I feel like my kitchen looks very neat and very well organized. And not forgetting the dining. Of course, the flowers moving to dining area. I think it looks very bright and I just love it. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome, Datin. So Sham, do you have any final tips that you want to share with Datin?
Okay, Datin, this living room already complete. Maybe in the future you can consider to put a shelf to soften this area to make this living area look more complete and beautiful.
Thank you so much for your work and effort. I really loved it and I really appreciate it.
You're most welcome, Datin, but that's not all. We have a little surprise for you. We, from the Science Behind Decor team and from House Life Furniture, want to present to you these two gifts.
Oh, wow, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Really hope that you'll enjoy it.
Yes.
Datin Zinat house is very beautiful, but there is few science element behind it, which is for living room area, has direct sunlight through windows and doors. Natural sunlight produces vitamin D, lower high blood pressure, and improve brain function. Talking about furniture selection, natural accessories like rattan and bamboo are very suitable to be kept in living room area because it protects environment and human body. Sofa made by rattan are always cooling and help cool down body temperature. Talking about kitchen area, it has very good air ventilation and natural light, which is eliminate bad smell and indoor pollutant. This can avoid from health problems such as headache and asthma. Now talking about dining area, there is a big mirror which produces illusion of space. Psychologically, mirror can make a narrow space into a wider one and look less cramped. Moreover, bright color wall will create sense of feeling and it also stress reliever and calmer space. Therefore, by placing aromatic candle at dining area, it's creating a good smell and happy environment. And it also avoid housefly and mosquito. Overall, Datin Zinat house very beautiful, very good air ventilation, and very nice environment.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Science Behind Decor. In this segment, we're going to explore the basic decor needs to master any living space into a place of comfort. For this, we have our expert Sham here to explain the details.
Hi Mahira, good to be back. Today we're going to style this living space according to new tradition concept. Okay, but before we begin, let me explain to you some of the key elements that make up the new tradition concept. It must be elegant, classic style with less fussy detail, consist geometric print or oriental rod, and it can consist neutral or earthy color.
So Sham, how do we ensure that we buy the correct size of furniture?
So in this case, we can use tiles as a measuring guide. For example, one big tiles represents 2 feet. So from there, you can roughly estimate the size of the furniture that we plan to place.
That's great. So now we'll just have to wait and see as Sham redecorates this living space into the ideal and comforting living area. Just look at how amazing this living room looks. Sham and his team have managed to rearrange this area according to the new tradition concept. So Sham, can you tell us which furnitures you decided to place first when arranging this area?
Okay, well, Mahira, in this case, I started fill up the corner of the room first with the artificial plant. Then I brought in some of the bigger furniture before bringing the smaller one to make the styling process more easy and more smooth.
Well, that sure was educational, so don't forget to stay tuned to our next episode where we'll be talking and showing more tips and tricks on how to decorate.